video. I was making a video for like part 2 of using Google's material design components, but Android Studio does not like to behave when I'm doing regular Android stuff, and it's amazing that I can get anything done at all. It works much better with Flutter. So today is going to be a Flutter video. I will sort of, I guess I can walk through really basically what I've done so far in my efforts to convert my app call manager into Flutter. And I will sort of continue I'm sort of struggling with the layout of a certain page, and we can just go on that adventure together. So I'm gonna have some more coffee while Android Studio opens. Are you guys coffee drinkers? You can let me know in the comments whenever anybody actually starts watching these. Personally, I cannot function without coffee. Awesome. Right, here we are. Let me launch an emulator. Alright, and in the meantime, here's what's going on. I've got my main.dart, and I lifted out this add new call screen into its own. Oh, that's interesting. Some random decoration floating around down there. That's weird. Okay, here's I mean, if you're familiar at all with how Flutter works, I don't know. I'm not really going to be going into so much detail because, truthfully, I don't understand a ton of it myself. So explaining it would be kind of difficult, and maybe you can just pick up stuff just by watching me. This is really just documenting my adventures with this, and you guys can be entertained and come along this adventure with me. It's loading the state. I can't even move this. All right. So the thing that's really crazy, so the main screen is fine for now. It's going to have a list view to load up all the calls that will be saved in local storage, but I don't have any of those yet. So some people like to write the code that will deal with the data behind their application before they write the UI for it. I'm a very visual person, so I need the UI first. Even though I already know what the data is for this application, given that I already wrote it in Java, but things work a little differently in Dart, and I just haven't quite figured that out yet. So let's check on the emulator. Nope, nothing's happening yet, so let's just wait a little bit. Alright, so in the add new call screen, so everything in Flutter, as you may or may not know, is a widget, and it's all this hierarchical, however you say that word. Everything is a hierarchy. Whoa. Wow. Okay. That was this was the material design demo thing that I was trying to do in the previous video, which didn't work out very well because Android Studio was freaking out. But here's the Flutter application. Come on. Okay, whatever. So everything's a hierarchy. Everything is inside the scaffold. We've got the app bar. There it is. Here's the app bar, and here will be the list view of everything. And here in the new call screen is what I have so far. The thing that I'm really sort of struggling with at the moment is figuring out all the layout, because as I will show you on this emulator, the original call manager is installed on this emulator. So, come on. Here we are. Here's call manager. So, in the original call manager, there's a dummy call in the list. So let's go into add new call. This is what things look like. Ignore this whole gray area situation up here because I was trying to emulate something and it wasn't working and I moved on. But the main thing to notice here is these 3 text fields for a name, a phone number, and a description, which is optional, and this button here to pick a contact out of your own contacts. It opens the Google's, contact picker. The problem is the way that I'm experiencing with the Flutter version is things work with columns and rows and all these nested. Everything is a child of something else, and they all have their own properties, and sometimes it conflicts with the parent. You'll get rendering problems and all kinds of things like that. So the way that it looks right now, if I open the Flutter inspector, oh, it's not actually running. So let me run it, and then I can use the Flutter inspector, and it can show. The first run takes a little longer than like a hot reload or a hot restart would, but it's way faster than like developing for Android normally will be in Android Studio. This is actually taking longer than normal. Alright, well, at least. Alright. Anyway. My phone keeps going off. There we go. Very nice. Okay, here we are in the add new call screen, and we can use the, I guess it's the outline? No. Add padding. No. Flutter inspector. Yes, this is what I want. The debug paint. So here, oh. That was actually a previous, I have some more stuff here. Okay, so the thing that's weird is there are some things that are weird here. Number one is, so the widgets that are here in the entire screen is a column. It's the root, the body. So here's the root widget, and the column, I want it to have all these rows going across the screen. It'll has the header, it has the text fields and things in each line, and there should be a button here. But it's weird that because there are some excuse me, here is the text field, the name text field, You can see it's got the hint of a name, and it's got the icon property here, and it's inside a sized box widget. And the reason why I put the text fields inside the sized box is because if I didn't, I did it so that I could specify the width, because the padding widgets and the row widgets, they don't have width properties of their own. Like if I control spacebar here to show what the available properties are, there is no width, there is no height. So, and the same thing with padding, the padding widget, so that I could space things out from the sides of the screens. The padding widgets also don't really have a lot of properties either, besides for obviously padding and a child. It takes a padding, a child, and a key, and since those are already here, the only other available one is a key. So I had to wrap my text field inside something that I could specify, because if I didn't, the text field also doesn't have any width or height properties, and it will just stretch all the way across the screen. What is that noise? Oh, it's my water thing, whatever it's called. I'm in the basement, so things happen down here. Train of thought. Right, so the text field doesn't have any width or height properties, so I have to wrap it in something else that I can specify height and width properties. But the weird thing is that, so then the next thing in the row would be the button. So if I can't really highlight what that row is, and here's maybe in the render tree. No. In the widgets, let's see if I can somehow find that row and just highlight it. I don't know if I can do that. Constraint box. No. Stack. I'm not using a stack. That's weird. There's a whole bunch of other things here that I didn't specify that are just Flutter generates them, I guess. So here's an editable text. No. Sized box? Which one is this? Can I right click, jump to type source? Whoa, that's not really what I wanted. All right, forget that. All right, this is not doing for me what I wanted. So the point is, maybe if I use so I don't know if you can tell here, but so this outline right here is the sized box for the text field. This blue line right here stretching across and then coming down is the row. So there should be space here for something else. But when I actually go and do that, so new, this raised button. It's got an onPressed of null because I don't have a method to give it at the moment. I'm not even sure if Flutter has a contact picker. I'm sure it must, but I'll give it. Well, let's see let's see if it renders without anything else. I can't remember if it does or not. And maybe we'll see initializing hot reload. Let's see how long it takes. Reloaded in half a second. Oh, see, there's that button. See, things get weird, and I'm not an expert enough with the layout, like guys on YouTube who I'm watching their tutorial videos. Guys like Bram Van Bilsen and Fluttery. His name is, I think, Matthew something, but his channel name is Fluttery. Those guys are like really great at this kind of stuff. I have them on my channel as recommended channels because I'm learning a lot from them. At least I think I am. I don't understand why this happens. it's strange. I just, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna try some things to move it around. Let me take a look here. Whoops. What is that? Toggle platform. Oh, that's cool. Pretends like whoa. All right, I'm leaving that alone. Whoa. Whoa. Things are weird right now. I think I need to do a hot restart. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that was all about, but whatever. There's the padding. Not the padding. It's like there's you can see, man, I don't know what to do about this. All right, what if I wrapped it? Well, first of all, let me give it a child of a new icon. Icons.contacts. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Just thinking. If I wrap this in, can you have a row in a row? I don't know. Why is Alt-Enter not doing anything? It does this sometimes. There we go. Wrap with padding. Let's just see if that does anything at all. Wait a minute. This is the end of the row. No. Okay, that's the problem. I don't have it in the row. It needs to be a part of the widget, the children of the widget of the row. So there's okay. There we go. Now something should happen. But that's the problem I was having yesterday. It's oops. I meant to do this. It's got this weird, I don't have the text widget here doesn't have any, I didn't specify any bottom padding, and I gave the sized, was it the size box that has the padding? Yeah, the size box has the padding. All right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to remove the padding. Oops. I'm going to remove the padding in the size box. Let's see what happens there. Okay. Although nothing changed here. So, and then I'm going to give the padding for the text widget. Wait a minute. Let me undo that just so I could see the top. So I'll give it a bottom. I'll give it a bottom padding of 8. Okay. Let me see this now. All right. So the button is taking up all of the space of the row, it looks like. Okay, you know what? I'm going to comment all this other stuff out because I'm just going to focus on this one problem, and it's really distracting. This padding. Comment. Hot reload. Whoa. Oh. Because I did more than what I needed to. The sized box with the thing. Okay, here is what I want to get rid of. Hot reload. This is honestly, this is so much nicer than doing regular Android development because it is so slow to instant run, you know, the equivalent of hot reload, and just building an application, the Gradle takes forever. It's crazy. This is the whole premise of Flutter, and it's amazing. All right, let's turn this back on. Okay, So okay, I'm going to, for kicks, remove this whole sized box and just see what the outlines around the button are. Okay, there's the row. I want the text. It probably has something to do with the dimensions of the size box. To be frank. All right, let me undo that. I wonder if I comment it out the height property, what will happen? I can't really see. Okay, that looks better. That looks a lot better. I still am not I want it. I want the. Bleh, I want the. Maybe the text box needs to have some bottom padding. The text field has to have some bottom padding, maybe. So the sized box probably should have a padding only the bottom, and it's probably just like 1. No, I can't really tell any difference. Maybe 5. Okay, that's a little closer. Maybe 6. 8. Oh man, that is what I want. That is what I want. Funky. I don't really understand what I'm looking at. Why I guess the row is expanding because the text widget has, or the size box containing the text widget has the bottom padding. I wonder what would happen. Let me just like really exaggerate this just for kicks. What happens? Oh, yeah. It's extending the size of the row because it has the bottom padding, and because the button is just hanging out in there, it's just defaulting to being over there. I wonder now if I double this even more, I wonder if the button will move over to the left. I don't think so because it's a row still. Yep. Okay. That is neat to figure that kind of stuff out. I probably sound like that meme guy. That's pretty neat. You can tell by the way it is. That's neat. I mean, I say it's neat a lot, but whatever. At least I'm self-aware about it. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to put the sized box in some padding because I don't like it all the way over there. Oh wait, it has padding. All right, let me do it from the left. Give it 16 because I like things being 16 away from the start. And that's looking way much more like what I want. But the button, okay, now here's another thing about the button that's been bugging me. When I change the size of the button, if I make it smaller, the icon doesn't really move. So maybe there's a different kind of button that I want. A flat button won't have the outline. The icon button won't have the background, right? That the outline, the background, is the same thing I'm referring to. Floating action button is not what I want. Maybe material button is what I want, or an outline button. I wonder what that looks like. Whoa. It's got this really faint outline around it, and the dimensions are still the same, and that's not what I want. A raw material button. Let's see what properties it has. It has some stuff that's cut off from the screen, and I can't really tell. It has some box constraints. Maybe that's what I want. I wonder if the material button has box constraints. It has edge insets geometry padding. I can only begin to guess what that is. Highlight elevation. No, that's not relevant to me. Let's try raw material button and see what happens. Okay, so the icon has darkened and there's no background. So let's see if wonder if we can give it some box constraints, new box constraints. That's probably what I want. Width, max width. It has a min width, a max width, a min height. I guess I want, okay, first of all, let me give it a background so that I can actually see what's going on. Oh, there is no background. Is there a style? Text style. Splash color. Fill color. Colors dot gray. Whoa. Whoa, ho, ho. Okay, that's strange. I don't, maybe with the box constraints, that'll get better. Okay, so let's say max width is, I don't know, 100? Just, I'm experimenting with stuff because I don't know what I'm doing. So, nope. Maybe I need to do min width also and say, I don't know, like 75, I guess. I guess the, whoa, I don't want debug. No, I don't want debug. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Okay, maybe my mid, all right, what happens if I make that 50? Because I don't really want a ton of gray. Okay, and the icon is still in the center. This is much better. I don't really want a ton of space between the icons and the edges of the buttons, because in the original Android version, as you can see here, there's like not a ton on top and there's only a little bit on the sides. All the text is gray? Maybe I'll change it, but as long as it's like present, all the stuff is laid out the way it's supposed to, I can just change the styling later. Okay, let me lower this down, I guess 40. Yeah, I like that. And then the max height, I probably won't want that more than 50. I don't know why it would expand. What would cause it to expand to its max width? But whatever. Okay, now let's specify min height. I guess it's, whoops. Let me try 50. I don't really know. Whoa. All right, that's a bit big. It's probably going to be something more like 35. I'm estimating. That's more like it, but let me see what 30 looks like. No, maybe 32.5. Whoop. Like right in between. All right, I like that. I like that better. And let's give it a max height. I don't know why, but let's give it a max height of 35. Nice. Now we need to wrap the material button in some padding to move it away from the end of the text field. So let's say only, and we'll say left, and I guess 8 is enough. Let me check my original spec. I didn't really write, well, I say spec because it's just something people say. It's probably more like 16, it looks like. I want to give this some rounded corners also. It looks a little funky being like so perfectly square. The material buttons in the default Android have this really slight, it seems like it has this like really slight, maybe like a 1 dp border radius. So let me just give this 16. Yeah, much better. All right, let's see if I can, the material button if I can give it a border. Nope. Does it have any style? Text style. No. Defines the default text style for the button's child, but that's not really what I want. Let's just scroll through the I wonder how I would shape. I guess new, whoa, no thank you. New shape, border, new shape decoration. I really, no, border. I don't think that that's really what I want. New border, radius dot all. No, this doesn't seem right. Border radius can't be assigned to the parameter shape border. I guess I have to, okay, specify a shape. Shape, new shape border. No, this is just, ugh. And the shape decoration can't be assigned to shape, the shape property either. This is not helping me either. Maybe shape decoration dot, nope. Or shape. Box shape dot circle. No. This is some funkiness. Let me go to the Flutter documentation. This is, I don't often jump to the documentation because I like to mess around and figure stuff out for myself. I feel like I learn better that way. I have a hard time reading documentation. Like technical stuff kind of goes over my head a bunch of times. I have to like read it a million times for it to really jump into, for it to really like set into my head. So let me take a look in the widget catalog. What am I looking at again? I'm looking for material buttons. So, or the raw material button. Material components. I guess it'll be in here. Buttons. The raised button really looks like what I wanted, but I tried to use a raised button and it wasn't giving me. I wonder if the raised button actually has the box constraints property. It doesn't. Yeah, that's why I was having problems with it when I would try and use it. It doesn't have constraints. But let me search for raw material button. Raw material button class. It has constraints. Now, okay, the thing that I was looking at was the shape. The shape of the button's material. Final shape border shape is what it takes. The button's highlight and splash are clipped to this shape. Okay. That's not really what I'm concerned about for the moment. It takes shape border. So let me, if I say new shape border, I guess it's a clipper. The shape is shape border clippered can't be assigned to that parameter. So, but it's not a tween because tween refers to animations, I thought. Beginning and end properties. This is weird. Shape of the button's material. Shape is not, see, so the shapes have a border radius. But how do I make a shape? I guess shape. Takes a clipper, new shape. Shape border clipper, shape. This is not, maybe I just won't use the shape property. I guess I'll just leave this how it is for now. Let me try and zoom in on that button. Yeah, it is a perfect square. It doesn't have the, whoa, that got a lot bigger. I was not expecting that. Can I, how do I, okay. Is there anything in here about zoom? I don't know. Whatever. I guess it is what it is. Let me get rid of that. I'll just move this over to make room for it. Well, let me just take a look at the rent. Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, well, it's there. It looks mostly the way I want it to, so I'm not going to get too hung up on it. I'm just going to see about making this gray to sort of match the material, like the older, whoa, oops, that's not, yeah, the title bar text can be black. The icon theme, yeah. Column, red, pigeon, okay, text, yeah, all right. Style, let me give it the color. Why can't I, oh. Let me align this better. Color. Color's not gray. It's too light. I don't know. That bothers me. I want it to be readable, but like, let me take a look on my phone what I did with the, what? Right, what am I doing here? Looking at my revamped call manager. It is gray, but it's like a dark gray. I wonder if there's a dark gray color. I don't think there is. All right, let me go to material colors. Find some dark gray. I think that might be what I want. Can I do that even? No. Can I do like a custom color? If I wanted to do hex colors, can I do that? I wonder if I can just do it here. Nope. I wonder if there's anything in my, does the pub spec deal with colors? I don't know. It might be in the Android stuff. App, source, res, values, styles. No, it's not there, and I don't have a colors.xml either. Let me do a little bit of a Google. I'll give it a Googs. I listened to a podcast called The Weekly Planet, and there are some they're Australian, and they come up with some funny things. I haven't said it in a while. Just give it a Googs, mate. Let's see. Flutter using hex color. What? Colors. It seems something about hex. Constant Color. Oh, I would have to define a color. Maybe. Oh, maybe I can just say color. Come on. Yeah. Color instead of using the colors class. There it is. Oops. Whoa. Now I don't even see it. Do I? Could be described. Oh, I need the. That's why I need the. Gotta have that little hash sign. Whoa. That's not okay. Make sure you're specifying the full 8 hexadecimal digits. If you only specify 6, okay, I have to do 0x. Nope, that didn't do it. That's true. Well, I guess I could just leave it black just for the sake of moving along. Okay, now let's see about bringing back my next row. Oh, come on. Oh, because the whole thing is block commented. So now let me just block comment just this next row. Let's see how it renders. Okay. So now this is more space because the rendering, yeah, I gave it some before when I was messing with it, I was giving it some more stuff. So let's make the padding a little closer. Let's 12. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, cool. Now if I click it, all the stuff is, oh, but when I jump to the next field, maybe on my phone it'll work better. Things generally do seem to work better. Maybe you can't click another text field. Oh, you can. Funky. All right, well, it's working, which is what I wanted. Yeah, there's the end of the row because it has the bottom padding, which aligned the button with the line for the text field. That's good. Right. Next up, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna do all that. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. The top is 12. What's up with this? It's got some funky not quite understanding. I'm not quite understanding what is happening here. Let me get rid of this divider. Yeah, this is kind of funny. What if I just did 0 padding just to see what happens here? Oh, yeah. So this is strange. This was another problem that I was having. That this row was not putting itself underneath the other one correctly. I think something was going on with the size box. Oh, right. It's the height of the size box, maybe. Because they're all in a size box. Although, why would the second one... Oh, because it's not in a sized box. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, this is the phone. not in a sized box. I mean, in a side box. Ah, there we go. The height was messing things up. Okay. Shows you what I know. Oh my gosh, looking so much better. Although, why is the distance between... Oh, because that has some bottom padding. All right, so let's give this maybe 16. We'll make it look a little better. No, that's the wrong. Yes, that's the wrong one. This one needs more. Easy to get a little mixed up. Although it looks a little uneven. What if I gave it 18? Maybe 20. Okay, that looks better. Now this is supposed to have a max line because it's the description field. I was having some problems. It was like, probably because of the size box height. Oh, there's the height. Gotta get rid of it. Probably because of that. Whoa! That was funky. Now what happens if I just blah 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 blah? Okay, it keeps scrolling. How would I... Oh, my backspace is actually working today. That's nice. How would I get it so if I do max lines 2, it... Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong. Go over here. If you just do this... Oh... But then you can keep going vertically. See, because there's no wrap property for the text field. I gave it a text input type of multi-line, although it doesn't really seem to have done anything. So, but if I say max line of 1, it'll just endlessly go as you type. The multi-line... Optimized for multi-line textual information requests, the default keyboard, but accept... Oh, it accepts new lines when the enter field is pressed. For all multi-line text fields. Maybe I need to... That's the keyboard type, so maybe I need to specify... Let's see what else there is. Input formatters? No. Max length. No, that just dictates the amount of characters can be put in. I'm tempted to use it, but I don't really feel comfortable doing that. Max length enforced, but I don't have the max length property, so it won't do anything, I don't think. On changed, on submitted, text align. Maybe the input formatters. New input. Maybe text input type. No. Number with options. Doesn't even work anyway. Yeah, this is not what I want. Controller maybe? New text editing controller. But it only has a text property? This doesn't seem right. Text. No. I don't like it. Maybe the docs will tell me something about it. Search for text field class. To control the text that's displayed in the field, you use the controller. How do we use the controller? Text editing controllers, the current string that the user is editing, and the selection. From value. No. I want to deal with the way that it looks. I guess that would be this input decorator that shows the labels. I already have an input decorator, don't I? Let me get rid of this. Yeah, I have the input decoration. So maybe Maybe there's some content padding, counter style, no. Error max lines, counter text, helper text, and style is label style icon. Ah. Man, this is some funkiness. This, just for kicks, let me just try and border, input border, outline input border. Let's just see. Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Oh, I like that better, maybe. And then it'll just, you can do whatever description you want, and it'll just stay that size. Oh, me likey, maybe. Now, what happens if I do this as a max length of 1? Whoops. Maybe it'll go off to the side still. It's because it's not controlling the, yeah. Well, maybe this is an opportunity to try something new. But that means I would need to, for this consistency sake, I probably ought to put the border around everybody else. Everybody else has a decoration thing already, so I can just border, maybe I can just copy it. Yeah. Just copy that property. Whoop. Probably would be better like that. And then up here, where is it? The decoration. That is really interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. It also affects the padding that I had on that top text field with the alignment of the button. Maybe if I removed that bottom padding, it would align itself better. Yeah, there it is. All right, you know what? Maybe I'll do it like this. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I will. Try and stop me. So now I need to adjust the padding on this text field. Actually, maybe. Yeah, because that's 12 and that's 20. So let me go back to 12 and see what it's like. Yeah. Okay. Not terrible. Maybe. Let me give that material button some elevation. That looks kind of flat. I hope it has an elevation property. It does. And of course, I don't see it. Let me like really dramatize it and see. Nothing's happening. Why can't I see the elevation? Okay, all right. I guess we're gonna have to forget it for now. It's there. It'll do its job when the time comes. Okay, now I can bring back this divider. And I don't have to give it such a dramatic top padding because We fixed the problem with the sized boxes. So let me give it 12. There it is. Now the reason why I have that divider there is because so in the original app, that was all there was. And you can just save it. But so here's the existing call. You can add a notification reminder, and that was a separate screen. But in my redesign, I don't have it on the I don't have it on the emulator, I don't think. Let me try and see, because I could be wrong. And what's this? I'll just go up. Call manager. Yeah, this is call manager 2. Oh wow, yeah, this is not at all what it looks like right now. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, so there's a separate screen for setting a reminder, and it doesn't really look that great. Which is so, and I thought it might be nice to integrate this into the add new call screen. It happens to be that I'm having some problems with it. Like, I've done it in the new redesign, but the making the notifications, it actually doesn't work. So maybe it's best to just keep it like this, although I have a problem of there being a lot of white space here that I'm not a fan of. I don't want to center all of this because I think that also looks bad. I'll just put it in here. Can figure it out later. Okay, so the next thing that we need underneath the divider is a header text widget. And it's gonna be a new row. It's gonna wait, no. The children. Yeah, it's gonna be a new row, and it's gonna have this text widget. It looks a little funky like that. Why is it? Oh, because a row has to have children. Every row has the children, and that's the padding. Okay, yeah. So let me just copy that whole row. Come down here to the bottom, although it's funny. Oh, because the divider, it doesn't need to be its own row, I guess. We might have a problem here. The divider might need to be in its own row. All right, well, the text is going to be so that's basic info. What was I calling it? Let me check my phone. What was I calling it? Reminder. Not super satisfied with that, but it'll do. It's going to be the bold, left, and top of 16 with a bottom padding of 8, and that should be fine. We're probably going to get, oh, nice. It worked. Let me give it 8. Might look a little better. Yes, that looks much better. Okay. Now we're gonna need another row, and it's gonna have children. All right, and we're gonna have padding. I already know I'm gonna have padding, so new padding, and the padding is gonna be edge insets only of a left of 16 and a top of, I don't know what the hell, 16. Let's reformat. Whoa, okay. Can I undo that? Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, padding. Okay. The padding will have a child of right. the padding will have a child, which is a new text field. No. Well, yes, but it's going to be inside a sized box because otherwise it will stretch all the way across. New sized box. Whoops. Sized box. The sized box will have a width of, I think it was 300. Yes. And then the child is the text of the sized box is the text field. Yeah. Although that top 16, we can make that 8. That's kind of far down. Or not. Oh, because it has this bottom padding. The text has the bottom padding. Well, we can get rid of that. Something is looking weird. I don't know why it's doing that. What happens to 0? Huh. Does this row doesn't have a bottom padding? Let me take a look at the inspector. There's the very interesting. I don't understand, but that's the way it is. So I'm gonna get some text properties. It's gonna be enabled. It's gonna have all the autofocus. Now in Android, there's a way to time. Hold that thought. Oh, weird. Oh, that's why, because of the max lines. Bingo. There we go. Okay, now in Android, there's a way to override the on click of the on pressed, whatever it's called, of the text field, and I can disable the, like, I can, instead of bringing up the keyboard, I can bring up like a dialogue pick, like a date picker or a time picker. Let me get an icon. Oh, it's all in the decoration. Let me get some decoration. Gonna have to, okay, call it date. It's gonna have the border, and the icon is gonna, let's see, calendar. This is gonna be date. Day. Today. That's the one I want. Yeah. Okay, so I do want some top padding there because that the outline is right up against it. There we go, much better looking. So here it is. It brings it up. There must be an text field. There must be like an on. It's a controller. I'm not really sure how to use controller. I'll have to research that. I guess for now I should just really be concerned about the layout. Okay, let me copy this row. Whoops. This row. Comma. Okay. That's gonna be date time. Icon's gonna be. We want our hint text to be time. And let's see, time. Is there a clock icon? Maybe it's clock. No. I guess I'll just scroll through it. Find it. Maybe the alarm. Let me see what I have on the phone. Oh, time, access time. There it is. That's what I want. Yeah. I like it a lot. This one should have 12 to be consistent with all the boxes that are above it. Yeah, time. Okay, I've done it. I've done the layout. I think honestly talking out loud and doing it in the video, like, it helps me sort of orient myself and figure out what the hell's going on. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. I was having so many problems with this, and now it looks pretty great. And so you can see how awesome Flutter is. I make a code change, I hot reload, and bam, it's there. And if I make a mistake, or if something is not right, I can very easily fix it. If you know what to do, you can very easily fix it. And even playing around, like truthfully, it didn't take that long. I started recording this. How long have I been recording? Oh, it's been an hour. Well, in the last week, I've been struggling with this, and I've been working on it, not every day, but over a series of days, and I wasn't able to figure it out. But today, in 1 hour, I figured it out. So thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I will see you in the next video. In the next video, I think what I'm gonna want to do is work on this list. The next thing to figure out is how to store data from these. Whoa, what happened? Bottom overflowed. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that. But oh, there's the dates. The date picker is working now. The date time thing is working. All right, next time I will look into that error, and we will also see about saving some data. Oh, I don't have a save button up there. Yeah, I'm gonna need my save button. Maybe a floating action button down there for save. I like reachability stuff. I wonder if you can multitask, like in the Android P, if it supports it. I keep saying I'm done, but I obviously keep talking. Yeah, it's not scrolling. That's funky. All right, so we'll have to figure that out. All right, well, those are the things that we're going to figure out next time. Thank you again for coming on this journey with me, and I'll see you in the next video.